Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy. We are back, man, with another video. And man, after UFC Noche, after this weekend of beautiful fights, not everyone's happy with the new champion, Marab. So that's been leading to new takes on Twitter, talking about this is the worst era of UFC champions. And man, I don't know. In my brain, I'm like, is it? Is it really the worst era of UFC champions? So I decided to take on a task and listing good things and listing bad things about each UFC champion. Starting off first, Alexandre Pantoja, 125, the Flyweight UFC champion in the men's division. For the good things, all I was able to put down on my list of notes right here is, his fight style, he puts it all on the line. He leaves everything in the cage. It might be a little boring to some people, but he leaves everything in the cage every single time. Every time at the end of the fight, you can see this nigga has no energy to do anything else. He leaves it all on the line, willing to get knocked out, swinging and banging, wrestling to death. You know what I'm saying? He really puts it all on the line. And to me, that's, it's a little exciting to me, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. And another thing I put down is that he has such a feel good story, from fucking not having a dad growing up, fucking having to do Uber and DoorDash or whatever while being a UFC fighter, trying to take care of her family. It's just nice seeing someone accomplish their dreams. But now let's get to the bad things. His last two back-to-back fights against Brandon Royval and Steve Erceg were, to the majority of fans, boring fights. And I'm not gonna lie, they weren't the best fights of all time, but yeah, I liked them a little bit. But to the majority of fans, they were boring. It's not a fight I would just be like to my friends, yo, pull up, let's watch the fight. No, I'm not doing that. For Alexandre Pantoja, I can't lie, I'm not doing that. And another thing about him, as messed up as it is, he's just a flyweight. I'm a little man myself, but hey, bro, people just don't want to see little niggas in there boxing. They don't want to see people that they feel like in their minds, even though it's dumb, that they could, get in there and fight with. But yeah, man, that's the good and bad for Alexandre Pantoja. Let's go on to the 135 division, the Bantamweight UFC Championship division, where this weekend at UFC Noche, we crowned a new champion, Marab Davalishvili. He beat Sean O'Malley in a 5-round decision. And, let's start off with the good things before we get to the bad. And for me, just the fact he's on an 11-fight win streak, that's impressive, bro. I like seeing fighters that are able to maintain long win streaks like that. Being able to go years on years without taking a loss. To me, that's impressive, bro. Even though it might be a little boring, I still find it impressive nonetheless. And another thing, I feel like, his last fight against Henry Cejudo, it was kind of exciting. I was a little hype. I'm not gonna lie, I was in the theater hype for that fight. He picked up fucking the gold medalist. Henry Cejudo slammed him down in front of Mark Zuckerberg. I was like, yo, this guy's crazy. Just doing whatever. He's like a fucking warrior in the cage. But for the bad, honestly, his wrestling style is not, the most exciting wrestling style. It's not like Islam trying to go for the submission. It's not like Khabib trying to go for the control and the nasty ground and pound. It's just like, bro, just take someone down, hold them until they get up, take them down again, hold them, a little punches here and there. It's just, not the most exciting thing to see. And another bad thing about him, he just has no finishing ability. It's just, all his fights is going to be the same. Him pressuring, him doing the little takedowns, getting a little control time, letting him get back up, boom, takedown again, little shots, just boring wrestling. And his striking is not the best in the world either. He just has no finishing ability. He's just a decision master. And, just to throw a little one in, a little shot at Marab. He's ducking Umar. Why are you ducking Umar? He's up next. How are they gonna tell you Umar's up next and you're in the post fight? Like, oh no, I wanna fight this person. I wanna fight this person. Bro, you just got the belt. You don't get to choose, bro. And you're not exciting. You don't get to choose, bro. They're gonna make you fight Umar. But that's it for Marab. On to the next division, 145, the featherweight UFC division. Ilya Tuporia, some good things about him. He has an exciting boxing style. When he goes to the ground, if he chooses to go there, he'll go for the submission. He'll go for nasty ground and pound. He fucking beat Volk by a nasty KO. He's a 15-0 undefeated fighter. That's all exciting, bro. That's all what you want to see in a prospect. And he's a trash talker. You know, he might not be the most entertaining. It might be a little cringe to some people. That's part of my bad things about him. But, you know, he still talks trash. And I like someone who could talk trash and then go in there, back it up. Go in there, back it up, make it exciting. And not even back it up with knockouts, finishes, fucking dominations. That's what I like to see. Some bad things about him, you know, even though he trash talks, his trash talk can be cringe. Some people might find it cringe. Some people might not, just like how he disrespects people. And another reason of that is he's disrespecting everybody's favorite fighters. First, he disrespect Volk. Everyone loves Volk. And then he disrespect Max Holloway. Everyone loves Max Holloway. So you're just going to be unlikable, you know, because if those are the fan favorites, you're hating on the fan favorites, the fans are not going to like you. I mean, it's as simple as that. But I like Tuporia, man. I like, you know, someone who's going to talk their shit and back it up. Next division, 155, the UFC lightweight division. Champion is Islam Makhachev. You know the good things? He's on a 14-fight winning streak, bro. And first of all, not only is he's on a winning streak himself, he's ending other fighters' winning streak. He ended Volk's winning streak. He ended what's his name? Oliveira's ending streak. Whose winning streak is he gonna end next, bro? Fucking, he has exciting fights, 3 performance of the nights, 2 fight of the nights. All his championship fights so far have been getting awards. He's been getting that extra bread, extra 50K. And he's a crucial finisher. All his fucking championship fights except for one, which was like a fight of the year prospect, fucking were all finishes, bro. Like, how can you hate on Islam? But the only bad things that I've gotten from, you know, Twitter and stuff is that he doesn't fight enough. I mean, yeah, you know, you might want him to fight a little bit more, but he fights 2 times a year. You're asking this guy to fight 3 times a year. It's just, you know, the way he spreads out the fights. It's just, it seems like a long ass time. Like, he'll do one at the beginning of the year, like in February, then he'll come back in October. And to some people, that's a little too long. But bro, it's better than fucking Habib. Habib fought once a year. We gotta appreciate the shit that we get. And bro, in my opinion, any other hate that Islam gets is just bullshit. You hating on Islam, nigga? 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 This video wasn't really made about Islam. He's pretty well liked, mostly. Besides that, anyone who's hating on him is just on bullshit. But next division, 170, the UFC welterweight division, whose champion is now Bilal Muhammad, who beat Leon Edwards in a 5-round decision, which was, you know, a little bit of a snooze fest, to be honest. I watched it. I liked it because, you know, I wanted Bilal to win. I wanted him to finish his story. Because that's the thing with me. I get invested in like the story behind the fighter. And when you get invested in the story, even if the fights are boring, you still, you know, you still get into it. You still get immersed. But for Bilal, he's on a 10-fight win streak, you know. Fucking, it's been hard to beat this guy. No matter how boring he is, no matter how, you know, bad he might look, it's hard to beat this guy. And another thing, which is, you know, it's hard to find some good things about him, honestly. But he just validated himself, bro. He talked all that trash throughout the years. He said, remember the name Bilal Muhammad? He was getting all the hate from the fans. You know, oh, if Bilal becomes champion, UFC's rigged. Oh, if Bilal will never be a champion. You know what I'm saying? He was getting all this hate from fighters, from fans throughout the years, and now he's the champ. You know, he rose to the top, man. He finished his story. But the bad things about Bilal, man, it's just he's another boring wrestler. He just gets to the ground, just holds him down. The ground and pound isn't really there. The submission threat isn't really there. He's not really a finisher. You know, he finished Sean Brady, but, you know, one in however many, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's the gripes with Bilal. And, hey, I can't really, it's kind of fair. I'm not going to lie. Next division, DDP, 185, the UFC middleweight division. Some good things about him. Again, he's another fighter on a long win streak. He's on a 10-fight win streak. It's just like win streaks are becoming so normalized. People don't care about him anymore. Me, bro, that shit is crazy. You go on years on years on years on years without losing a fight. You join the UFC. People don't really talk about you, and you just quietly you just build up your win streak, and now you're the champ. You're on a 10-fight win streak. People, you look at it, you're like, what the fuck? But yeah, DDP, he's on a 10-fight win streak. He's a finisher. He has 3 performance of the nights. One of them, though, I don't know if it's, you know, it was one against Sean Strickland. And honestly, that fight was trash, bro. I was in the theater about to fall asleep. No cap, bro. That fight was bad. But let me get into the bad things. He has an ugly / awkward style. It's, in my opinion, it is ugly as fuck, bro. It's just weird, bro. It just looks like, how is this guy not getting knocked out every single time? Looks like a drunk fighter. But he just has that fucking Lenny strength, if you know what I'm talking about, and it just works. It just works, bro. He's athletic. He's got that extra power. It just works. He just fucking makes it work, and it's annoying, bro, a little bit. And, you know, another bad thing, that fight with Strickland, that kind of turned fans off because, yeah, you won the belt, but, bro, that shit was boring. And then there's going to be a rematch? No, bro, no one wants to see that. I don't want to see that, bro. I don't want to see that. I'm going to watch, but I don't want to see it. I want to see him fight somebody else. I don't even know who, but somebody else. Fucking light heavyweight champion, the 205 division. Good things about him. He's really an active fighter. He fights 3 times a year, every year. He's just been keeping consistent with that. He's a crucial finisher. Like, all his fights are exciting, and he's going for the finish all the rounds. He's going for the finish. He has a hard-hitting, exciting style. Every punch he throws, every kick he throws, that shit hurts. It's like Yoel Romero. Anytime he would throw something, the crowd would go like, oh. Same thing with Alex Pereira. Every time he's throwing something, it's like, whoa, that shit could end the fight. But he's just a natural star, honestly. With the social media game, he still hasn't found a way to become cringe like everybody else. He's funny. His skits, even though he can't speak a lick of English, he makes funny skits. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, when we get to the cons or the bad things with Alex Pereira, man, he's had a pretty, how do I say it? Every matchup he's gotten has been a really good matchup for him, if you know what I'm saying. He's gotten like that Sean O'Malley type treatment. He's getting special treatment, you know what I'm saying? He's getting good matchups for himself. And he's been able to skip the line. We can't lie, even though, you know, it's because of circumstances at the same time, but he was able to skip the line. We can't avoid that. He's been getting very good matchups, and he's been able to skip the line. And now, you know, people are saying he's ducking the Russian bear, the Russian gangster, Magomed Ankalaev. And honestly, bro, Khalil Roundtree over Ankalaev. I mean, yeah, Ankalaev is probably better for him not to fight at Utah and Salt Lake City, but still, you know, he's ducking a little bit. UFC's, you know, keeping him away from that. And now to round off this video, because honestly, I can't really get into the women's divisions. I'm not really too tapped in, and I just go off of looks, bro, to be real. But the biggest issues and the best things about Jon Jones, the heavyweight champion of the UFC, man, he's practically undefeated. His only loss, it was a DQ, so I guess it's a loss, but we all know it's bullshit. He has GOAT status, man. He's fucking gone throughout his whole UFC career. He's beat everyone. He's beat the greats. He beat the old greats. He beat like the up and coming greats of this generation. He beat Glover. He beat fucking DC. He beat fucking I don't know. He's beat a lot of great people in the UFC, man. Fucking, he's a legend of the game, man. He just has that legacy status. It's like when Undertaker come back to WWE. It's like when Stone Cold come back to WWE. It's like when John Cena come back to WWE. They just got that legendary legacy status, bro. It's just nothing you could do. But the bad things, he's had a lot of career controversy, PEDs, criminal activity, fucking. He, his last couple fights at light heavyweight against Thiago Santos, Dominic Reyes, people, fighters here weren't. Oh, Anthony Smith, fucking that. Let's not look over that fight, nigga. That's Anthony Smith. You gotta finish that nigga. You gotta finish Anthony Smith, bro. I don't care, bro. You gotta finish him. If you're the GOAT, you gotta finish Anthony Smith, bro. Fucking Thiago Santos, that was a close fight. Alex Reyes, what is his name? Dominic Reyes, that was a close ass fight, and people thought he lost that fight. Dana thought he lost that fight, man. Fucking, he potentially ducked. What's his name? Polish Power, John Blachowicz, because after that Dominic Reyes fight, he was supposed to fight Jan, I'm pretty sure, next, and then he fucking took a 3-year hiatus to move to heavyweight, ducking fucking Francis, because that whole contract situation with the UFC, conveniently, once Francis is done with the UFC, now Jon Jones is ready to come back. It's crazy. He gets a fight booked immediately with Cyril Gane. It's kind of crazy. And now people are saying he's cherry-picked Stipe, which, I mean, I guess Stipe already had the fight booked before Tom Aspinall was like the next guy, because people were saying Sergey Pavlovich should be the next guy, because we really didn't want to see Stipe, even though they gave it to Stipe. We didn't want to see that nigga fight, bro. He's 2-3 years out of the cage. Last fight he got knocked the fuck out. Earn that shit, my G. I mean, if you want a title or nothing, bro, go retire, bro. You don't deserve to get a title shot. And then that fight gets canceled due to Jon Jones' injury, which, I guess, Stipe didn't fucking, it's not his fault Jon Jones wasn't able to fight, because if Jon Jones was able to fight, this all would have been okay. All would have worked out in the end, but fucking Jon Jones wasn't able to fight. And fucking Tom Aspinall just rose to stardom. He fucking killed Sergey Pavlovich. That shit shocked me. Oh my God, I was so shocked when that happened. He killed Sergey Pavlovich. He killed Curtis Blades. It's like, bro, this guy's whole fight career is just an anomaly. He has the least amount of fight time and one of the lowest amount of fight times in history, I'm pretty sure. This guy's just a crazy prospect. He's fast. He's strong. He can wrestle. He's good everywhere. And this is the fight that all the fans want to see. Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall. And Jon Jones just, it's like he's doing everything to avoid that fight. And I feel like what makes it really annoying is that he's earned the right to do that, though. DC has said it, and I kind of agree. Like, the one guy, who you kind of have to let, do what he's doing is just taking it to the advantage. We got a high and upcoming star, the perfect star to fight Jon Jones for the perfect fight. But Jon Jones is using his legacy powers at the perfect time to, get his way out the way of the fight. I'm praying that, Dana's just gonna whip out the baddest chick of all time for Jon Jones to fight. I'm thinking maybe that's what it's gonna take for Jon Jones to fight. But Jon Jones, he might ask for some crazy shit. He might ask for boxer money, because I remember that was the issue with the Francis fight. Jon Jones was just asking for too much money. But hopefully that's not what happens again, man. Cause bro, everyone wants to see John Jones take on the new up and coming star, the interim champion Tom Aspinall. Cause bro, it's fucked up. Cause it's, I mean, I guess it's not really unfair because the DC situation was different because they were both contenders at the same time. Like they were both fighting for the belt at the same time, but fuck, DC was the older man fighting a young John Jones, but John Jones in the same position is refusing to fight the younger guy and is choosing to fight the older guy, which is, you know, it's kind of fucked up, but damn, it's just even worse because he's the only guy that gets to do that. And it's like, fuck, you just got to take it. You just got to take it, bro. We can't do anything. If John Jones retires, it's going to be annoying as fuck, but we can't do anything. He still retires with a GOAT status type legacy. And it's just going to be annoying that we didn't see him get that one last fight that everyone wanted to see. Dana's going to fucking have a meltdown. But yeah, man, that's my good and bad things about each UFC fighter. I feel like, honestly, the UFC championship landscape, it's not like people are hating, but I don't think it's that bad. Yeah, we got a couple boring fighters, but bro, I feel like that's always been the case. And with these boring fighters, in my opinion, I feel like they're willing to fight anybody though. Fucking Marab, you know, he's kind of ducking Umar, but he would still fight Umar if the UFC makes him fight Umar. Bilal, he's fucking calling for Shafkai. He's calling for the people that we want to see him fight. Who else? If Ankalaev beats Alex Pereira, fucking Ankalaev, he'd be exciting as hell. He goes for finishes. He has a stand up type of style. He goes to the wrestling if he needs to. He's a finisher on the ground as well. You know, so I think the fans are overall tripping with this point. And DDP, I guess he's, you know, he might not be that exciting, but bro, he's another fighter putting it all on the line, looking for the finish at all times. So, you know, if you find that boring, yeah, his fight style might not look the best. It might not look the cleanest. It might look a little ugly, but you can't say in my opinion, you can't say that's boring, bro. He's looking for the finish. Marab, I guess that might be the only one where, well, no, because I think Bilal's style is a little worse than Marab's. Because Marab, even though it's boring, it's like high pace, like high pace. That auto fight was crazy. I was like, throw that shit in the trash. But besides that, all his fights have been high pace, and that's kind of exciting, bro. A little bit. That's more exciting than fucking, you know, what Bilal be doing. But I mean, they're kind of the same, honestly. I guess Marab's smaller, so he's faster, so it looks better. But Pantoja. What about Pantoja? I mean, I don't know. It's the same thing, but he puts it all on the line. I don't see how you could see someone literally exhaust all of their energy and be like, yo, that's just trash. I find excitement seeing, you know, people give their last piece of energy, you know, fighting hard as hell. But yeah, man, that's my thoughts on the current state of the UFC championships. That's my thoughts of the UFC current championships. You know, okay, no, that's my take on the current UFC champions, man. I feel like, you know, each division, they have their own storyline going on, and just people need to invest more in the storylines and they'll find it more exciting. Because if you're just focusing on just the fights, I mean, yeah, you know, you want them to deliver on fight night, but I feel like the storylines make the fights a lot more exciting. But I don't know, man. That's just my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe. Give me ideas for what you might want more thoughts on. Let me know. Do I have good thoughts, or are my thoughts trash? Am I trash? Let me know. Let me know in the comments, and be back for the next one. Peace.